today's video we have the wife's 2016 Ford Explorer. We've had this for quite a few years. We actually bought this from Carvana. It was a good experience. Haven't had any issues with it outside of just normal regular Ford recall and issues like that with it. It's been good. It is getting a little bit dated now, but Tracy still likes it. The only thing that she really wishes was updated was the old outdated infotainment system. It's, I think, Sync 2, if I recall correctly. It does have Bluetooth options for radio, for music, so you could play music off your phone. It doesn't have CarPlay, it doesn't have Android Auto, anything like that. It might if you're plugged in. It has navigation, but you actually have to update it with a memory card to update the maps periodically. It's a bit older, like I said. It's got a ton of climate controls, like seat massagers, everything like that. So we want to make sure we're not losing any of that, or steering controls or anything like that. Yeah, we've got cameras, rear cameras, park assist, all kinds of cool features. And like I said, we want to just update the infotainment center a bit, but without getting rid of any current functionality. So hopefully we're going to do just that. So here is what we've got to install. It's a slightly larger screen. Losing a lot of the physical buttons. We got a couple of them here, but most physical buttons are gone. I don't know how I would feel about losing the volume knob, but talk to his wife, she's fine with that. And then we've just got a bag of wiring. So that's what we got. Yeah, this is from ustopdisplay.com. They actually reached out and wanted to see if we were interested in reviewing any of their products. And I asked about if they had one for the Explorer, which they did. So they did send this out. It is a 12-inch screen. And I'll put the details of the product itself down in the description and a link to it if you want to check it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the old radio removed and see what all is involved with getting this set up and working. There is some documents here. Apparently it does say there's an install a video if we scan that. And like I said, Top Display, ustopdisplay.com was the site. Yeah, that's it. That's kind of everything that came included. And let's get the old one out first, and then we'll go about installing this. Alright, so first thing, we got to get this out. And to do so, these little inserts should pop out. These gaps are pretty tight, so you need something pretty thin to get in there. Get behind there. Let me set this down. You gotta be careful. This is pretty thin, and the snaps on the back are in there pretty good. So you got this one up here, plus a Christmas tree there, and then another one down at the bottom. And that'll expose your 2 bolts here. And then gotta do the same thing on the other side. Pull this piece off and expose those bolts. Yeah, got that side off. Now it looks to be about a 7mm bolt, and we got 4 of those. And yep, that's a 7mm. This should all just pop out of here as far as I understand. Okay, yeah, and it just all pops right off. We do have one connector down here at the bottom. Let's push and pull, and that's all there is to that. Now we will have to pull this screen and the CD player out. I did make sure there wasn't any CDs in here, which I don't know the last time I don't think we've ever actually listened to a CD in here, but yeah. And it just looks like 4 more 7mm bolts. So this should pull out there now. We've got, and well, this one can just be squeezed and pulled out. And I guess we can push that down and pull that out. Oh, we can pull that out and pull this bottom one out next. And now this one should pull out as well. And here we've got a bit more connectors, but they're all just push in, pull out, and there, push in on the top. Just push in on the tip and pull that out. We've got everything disconnected. We've got the shroud and the controls, the actual CD player and the actual screen, and then the electronics connected on the back. All that's being replaced with just this. So here you see we have a bunch of connectors that we don't have on here, which is what this wiring harness is for. It's going to connect, one of these is going to connect to the back of here. There. Does also have some extra cables here. We have a GPS antenna, a microphone, USB cable, some RCAs, which is nice if we wanted to hook up some additional amps or anything like that. But yeah, before we could put this back in though, we do need to, like I said, we'll need to transfer these vents over to here, because as you can see, we don't have any vents there. And then other than that, it looks like maybe these clips, these bottom clips, I don't see those over here, so I have to transfer those over. But that should be it. So this looks like a very small Torx T10. See 2 small screws at the bottom, and then up at the top. Let's move over here to some better lighting. On the top, it's just these tabs that you push through. You just gotta lift the tab and push the vent forward. Yeah, there we go. And we pull our vents off. Easy peasy. Put it back on. I'll put it on this one. Just the top tabs go through these same holes. Snap in. Those just snap right in. And then we put our T10s back in. We've got our vents in, and everything's ready to go over to be installed into the car. We're going to try to figure out what all needs to be connected to where in here. This is going to go to the radio, I believe. Let's see. Oh, that just going to snap in there to that wire harness. Seems to go there, but that's only going to one wire now, so interesting. And this one appears to be going to that. That looks like an amp power wire if we want to run power to an amp. So all these plugs seem to kind of, where I said it looked like a USB, like an old USB. That's exactly what it is. It's an old USB. Apparently they've got a little doohickey to keep it plugged in. And then except for these 2 wires, everything that we disconnected is connected. Alright, so leave this gets, can you see what I'm doing down here? So we've got this bundle with the RCAs, which I believe plugs in there. We've got this guy, which looks like goes here. This guy will go there. not sure where that goes. This looks like the big radio one here. Alright, so we've got a bunch of things plugged in here now. There's still a couple of wires dangling around. We've got this one. So we've got two USBs, which would probably plug in the 2 and 2, so those would plug in. And then we also have this one for a camera. Alright, so that plugs in there. We connect our camera to camera. And then we've got our mic connected to a mic, and then we have a GPS antenna, which is just wired in there. So then we just have these two USBs left. So let's see what all we've got going on here. I think everything's connected. We'll turn it on and see. Alright, I'm going to sit here, get to know this, and figure out if everything's working, if there's anything missing, before I go back through and verify everything's connected. Alright, so I've been messing with this thing for a while now, and everything seems to be great except for there was no sound whatsoever. Connect to CarPlay, no sound was coming through CarPlay, nothing was coming through the radio. I was messing with everything. I've disconnected everything, reconnected everything, double checked all the settings, and it just was not playing any sound. They have one thing for troubleshooting for no sound, which was double check the connectors and get the multimeter out and make sure that there was actual sound signals or power coming through the speaker wires, which there was. So I could not figure out why nothing was working, and I had to go into, it was volume, no, not volume settings, and these settings here, car info, then amplifier, and I wasn't paying attention. I thought this volume was the same as just regular system volume, but it's not. This is, you can control how the amp volume, so this was turned all the way down to 0, and that's what was causing it. So if you have this and you're trying to figure out why you don't have any sound, you actually have to turn the amplifier volume up, and then everything started working. So now let's go back. Everything else seems to be good, like the steering wheel settings are working, everything else seems to be working. So you can actually set the color of your car there. Cool, I'm going to continue playing around with this. Go ahead and pull this off of there. I think we're done pulling it out of there. But yeah, I'm going to play with this some more, make sure everything's working correctly, and then we'll get it permanently mounted in here. So we've got two sets of, that's a bit of extra lines in there. It's a little confusing. I don't know if we could turn some of these lines off or what, but and it works right out of the box with everything connected. Didn't have to do anything special. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you can have your sensors up, those lines. Okay, that was easier than I thought. There's just this little carrot on the side. Oh, so you can, there's all kinds of settings in here for this. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think all these extra lines are a little confusing, so yeah, I'll just leave it like that. And it tracks with the steering wheel. Oh, sweet, that was easier than I thought. So yeah, I just need to put it in drive, and yeah. So yeah, let me just continue going through and figuring this thing out, and then we'll get it all wrapped up. Alright, there was two more things I forgot to get off of here for reinstalling, and that's just these two plastic clips that are on top. It does not have these clips. I just gotta pry them off of there and transfer them over, and they should just slide right on top there and clip in, and they'll clip in on the top over here. Instead of just setting it in there and it just slides into place, but it doesn't snap in, and it's just because you've got those top pieces but without the clips. So let's slide those clips on. There we go, and then they just snap in there. Take 4 of our screws from before. Should just go right in where we took these old ones out. And then the bottom just clipped in where we transferred those clips over. So those just clipped in there. And then this top clips in. And then we've got these 4 screws. And then we can take our trim panels that we took off. Should just slide right in. So there we go, we've got everything put back together. And wipe off my fingerprints off of there. Doors open. CarPlay automatically connecting since that's what I connected last. Yeah, that all looks good. Let's see, what else do we got? And if you want to get into the factory settings of the unit, you'll have to type in a password, which they tell you what the password is in the paperwork. But here we have different settings: tire pressure settings, factory settings, vehicle settings, color, touch, coding. This is one thing that we had to come in. It's one thing it said to come in and set up, but it was already. Just make sure that you have it set to your car. I mean, you can set this to a bunch of different vehicles, not just Ford, but all sorts of bus settings. But we're connected correctly there. So you have stereo or surround. System device port. This is the port that we had on the back of a radio. System info. You could set up your own logos and animations. But yeah, like I said, there's a ton of settings. I don't think it's just like a default audio that it had in here. I'm assuming it's probably, hopefully it's royalty free. I don't know. Different widgets that you can have down here apparently. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna wipe the screen off because apparently I have dirty fingerprints. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Installation's fairly simple. If you're looking to update your, I think this will be for 2011 through 19 Ford Explorer. Like I said, they have all kinds of different vehicles as well, but this particular one, let's see if it has the years. I think it's, yeah, 2011 through 2019 Ford Explorer. Check it out. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check it out. Again, I appreciate them sending this out for us to check out. Go ahead, get everything cleaned up, pull it around front, and hopefully the wife likes it. I probably won't record her reaction to it because she's not a big fan of the camera. Go ahead, wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this in the future. See you then.